welcome to another episode of the DarkMatch. It is February the 24th, and we are starting off with Impact Wrestling. I am Jules Angel, and I've had 3 hours of sleep. With me tonight are...
Oh, right, that's me.
Holy crap.
Fucking Christ.
Sleep over and I missed my cue.
Oh my god.
We're off to a bang up start. Go ahead.
Professionalism.
Fucking shut your mouth, Megafighter. God damn it. Everyone's fucking going out of order. I'm Mr. War Machine, and apparently I'm the only one who knows the fucking order.
You are started.
And I am the match striker of DarkMatch Megafighter 3 with What's Iron Sheik tweeting now?
Oh, Jesus.
Virgil is the father of the Chris Brown, and he shit on the Team Breezy worse than all animals in the hillbilly Jim shit farm. Hashtag Team Sheiky.
I'm sorry, that was the sound of me vomiting.
What the fuck?
I don't understand anything you just said.
Neither
Exactly.
do I, but I'm fairly certain only half of it was the god-awful impression.
All
Oh, get over it.
right. Well, it's time for another episode of fucking TNA.
Ha 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 ha. It was boring.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta be honest.
There's a few things.
I
Sorry.
I gotta be honest. I didn't remember shit after I watched it last night. And I read through the results on Lords of Pain. And so, they were talking about last week, and then one of the lines, which I personally found really funny, and if I felt like doing slash fiction right now, it would totally lead into it. But it says we kick off the show with the recap of the events leading into last week when Sting announced Rude versus Storm in the main event of Lockdown. And this is the part that got me to laugh really hard, followed by Rude's heartless destruction of Sting's groin and ribs. Oh, God. Maybe it's
We
because
might have to cue the piano music for that one.
Yeah. Maybe it's because I've had like 3 cups of coffee since I've been home. And they've all been full of a lot of sugar and cream. But I laughed really, really hard at that point. Really hard.
Gotcha. Wow.
Hey now. Totally wasn't even trying to make a joke there.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I fell asleep during this. Was completely and utterly knocked out, and then I had to go back and watch it.
Oof, that's a punishment all on its own.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it is. I'm never falling asleep. Well, I'm not going to say I'm never falling asleep versus during Impact, because this is Impact we're talking about here.
Yeah, you can't necessarily make that claim and at least stick to it, because there's going to be one point or another where you're going to fall asleep during Impact. And, you know, this may paint a target on my back, but I fell asleep during Impact once back when Impact was good.
Oh, God, I can't even remember that time.
Ugh,
I wasn't around for that.
I was.
They were good times. Good times.
I miss it. Anyways, while I'm tying the third knot in this news here, let's get into the first match of the night. Or, well, actually, first we have to go fucking backstage. God damn it. Wait, I think we're missing something. Did I jump?
Yeah, Brittany Jacobs doing a promo.
Oh, fuck. Can we skip that?
Yeah, it's pretty
No.
much...
God damn it. God damn it. First, I can't...
Luckily, we can be brief.
But we actually start off the show with a recap of all the shit that happened last week. And we see that Brandon Jacobs. This is why football players shouldn't have a fucking off season, because they do stupid shit like this. They either get arrested or they're on Impact.
Or they take dick pictures.
Yeah, that too.
Trying to suss out which one is worse for their careers.
Well,
nobody watches Impact.
Well, people just kind of point and laugh at Brett Favre. Like, Impact is a permanent shame that you can't get rid of. Like, it's worse than just getting caught with your pants down. It's like getting caught with your pants down
And exposing yourself for not being able to talk on a mic for shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we'll get to that.
So after we get that little opening segment, because we can never ever just open Impact with like shit happening unless it's super stupid shit. Ironically enough, we kick it off with Bobby Roode coming down to the ring and addressing the fans, and apparently at some point, Sting tweeted last week, I guess, that he was done, as in he was done with something. And this is the problem with like taping your show in advance. And it's been a problem I have with TNA stars in general, that they'll fucking tweet shit during the course of the fucking show that has nothing to do with anything. So they're supposed to be like kayfabe on TV, but they're fucking tweeting about whatever song they happen to be listening to at the moment. So it really makes you fucking ignore everything that they say on Twitter.
Well, I don't know if we can necessarily hold that against them, because none of them really say anything worth reading on Twitter to begin with.
I don't know. I can like from a, especially because I've gotten really interested in like things with meta plots lately, especially internet ones. I can kind of see like the benefit of it, of just giving it that extra layer, but on the same time, they're taped shows. If it was live, it'd be a little better. Or if it was solely on the internet, like if they could control exactly, I don't know, it would take so much planning that they just will never put into this. So yeah, I don't know why they would bother.
But get Bobby Roode talking about
some shit. Who gives a fuck? I mean, really, come on, let's be honest. Who gives a fuck what he's talking about? I mean, he just basically goes through a, like, you know, a Rolodex of people that Sting has fought. And, you know, and then Rude's like, but I ended the career
By being obnoxious. That's not even much of a bragging thing, is that, yeah, you drove him away by just being a dick.
Yeah, you were being an asshole, so he decided, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't want to be around here.
You annoyed him out of the company. Way to go. You're so much better than the people that kicked his ass in the ring, surely.
Well, he did kick his ass, but we all know what's fucking gonna happen. We all know what's gonna happen. And not just because we fucking read the spoilers.
No. I actually did not see that coming.
I haven't read the spoilers, and like I said,
hadn't read spoilers. Well, I never read spoilers, so I actually did not know that was coming. I probably should have, though. I'm sleep deprived. I could be given a break.
Are you gonna keep using that excuse for everything?
Just today.
Oh god. So I mean, I have a problem with how they're treating Robert Roode. It's like he's a good wrestler and he should be interesting in theory, but for some reason, just what they're doing with him, just no. Just no.
It's just obnoxious.
Yeah.
You know, they want to have this bragging, kind of self-centered heel, and it's like, well, that's all of your heels.
Yeah, welcome to like every fucking heel ever.
Yeah, I mean, you're not. You see, you can say a lot of things about TNA's product, but one thing you can say for sure, and you won't get too much of an argument, is that it is bland as shit. Like,
especially,
they do nothing original anymore. Like, anything that was original, they sapped out of it and sucked it away.
What were you gonna say, Mega?
I'm agreeing with him, especially since against all odds, I have been very apathetic towards Impact. It's like, God, fuck this noise. I don't even care.
Nothing really has. What's the last thing you remember happening on Impact?
Hogan versus Sting, and that's because of how hard it made me laugh.
At any rate, after that, we go backstage, and everybody's favorite people, I can't even say that with a straight face.
Crimson and Matt Morgan, everybody.
Yeah, Crimson and
Fighting
Matt
like an
Morgan.
old fucking married couple, because as we all know, tag teams fight like married couples. All of them, no exception.
God, are you guys trying to get me to do slash fiction?
No, we're not.
You know, if you do it while I'm on the show, I'm gonna totally criticize it, right?
Well, yeah, but like,
Okay, you need to do it then.
I'm making that shit up as I go along.
I don't care.
Joyce is still going to be critical of your shitty fan fiction because
Hell yeah.
she's the real fucking, fangirl person.
She's the real fan fiction motherfucker.
Just watch. I'll just suddenly start bitching about how there wasn't paragraphs, and you'll have no idea why.
There wasn't paragraphs.
But anyone who's ever actually
audibly
read really
transferred.
shitty fan fiction will immediately know what I'm talking about.
There was no paragraphs in your audibly transferred fan fiction. How dare you, sir?
Oh, Legolas.
I'll hear it in my mind. I'll see it on the paper if you'd actually written it. But I digress. We're supposed to be talking about Impact.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, well.
Match, World Tag Team title match on free TV, first match of the night. Smojo and Magnus versus Morgan and Red.
Crimson?
Whatever.
It was a match and it happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
All I could think throughout this whole thing was, I remember when there was actual tag teams.
Yeah, the only thing that shocked the shit out of me with this match is sorry.
I really liked the tag teams. Like, even Generation I liked them. I found them all very interesting and amusing. Admittedly, they were all X Division high flyer types, so, not hard to impress me with that. But still, I miss actual tag teams.
The only thing that shocked me about this match was the fact that Samoa Joe actually won. And that's been happening a lot lately, so eventually the shock's going to wear off.
This match was okay, considering the people that were in it.
Boots. There was a lot of boots.
There was muscles and there was
slams. A couple slams were thrown in there.
I'm sure at some point Joe will. There was a Joe's gonna kill you chant.
Even though that's totally unwarranted at this point. There was a snapmare, a couple clotheslines.
And that was pretty much it.
All things considered, the 3D Phantom Menace was pretty good.
You know what?
Let's not do that now.
Fair enough.
Actually, the chants reminded me of something. I've never really been one to notice this before. Maybe they just forgot to edit it. But god damn, that place sounded empty.
Yeah.
Like, it sounded like a school auditorium.
I mean, I don't... It sounded like the people who were there realized, like, after the promo, they were like, oh, shit. I'm kind of stuck here now. They've locked the doors. We can't leave.
Something like that. Like, I mean, you were definitely hearing what you would expect to hear in the right places. Everyone was playing along, I suppose. But it's just weird to hear so much emptiness in a building.
Sorry. There's... Are you?
I'm finished, yes.
Okay. There's only one side of the Impact ring that's actually full.
Yeah, there's never people on the fucking hard camera side.
Yeah.
Lay down some fucking blankets to absorb the noise. Cut the echo, for Christ's sake. Aren't there techniques for this shit?
None that they're aware of.
I mean, we are talking about Impact here.
Where they film a wall as a promo's going on. I mean, But yeah, Smojo, Magnus win. Joe and Magnus high five with big smiles on their faces. And goddamn TNA. What the fuck? I mean, it's like they heard the episode where I first did the slash fiction on air, and decided that they're just going to write things as ho-yay as possible.
Oh, dude, that's kind of just part of being a fanfic writer. Suddenly, everyone is trying to fuel you.
Jesus Christ.
It's like they're stalking you.
But
if I could book anything on TNA, I would just have Crimson and Morgan split up so that they could just kill the tag team division, because at this point it's down to two teams. It's pretty much pointless.
I don't even know. I don't.
No, because as long as it exists, there's always that chance. Just always
Always
that chance.
something awesome will happen.
Yeah.
I mean, they attempted to bring back the X division.
We'll get into that later.
Ugh.
At any rate, hey guys, it's Brandon Jacobs of the Super Bowl champion.
Oh God!
Go Giants!
Yeah, go Giants!
Your dog likes the Giants too.
Coco loves the Giants.
So Brandon Jacobs,
Mike.
What position does he play? So I can. Jesus fucking Christ! All right, I'll be right back.
Brandon Jacobs, for those who don't know, plays running back for the New York Giants, and he actually, for a guy his size, he's actually known as something of a fucking pussy. He dances around a lot. He doesn't really like contact for a guy his size, which has led a former Tampa Bay Buccaneer and future Hall of Famer to nickname him the Tiptoe Bandit.
Dude, why the fuck did they give him a microphone?
Because this is TNA and they think we care.
Yeah, for the most
If
part.
he'd been good, if the promo had been like good, or if he had just been really charismatic, I probably would have just been like, all right, fine. He wasn't charismatic. It wasn't scripted, so it was kind of just. They might as well have given me the microphone.
He's had an excellent promo.
I assure you, I would be really shit at wrestling promos.
No, we just tell you, go out there and shoot on Karen Jarrett. Go.
No, that would just evolve into a lot of me saying that Kurt really should have just put that fucking axe between her eyes.
And the ratings spike.
I don't know if you guys have covered what he said after he got the mic yet.
No, because honestly, I don't remember, because it was just lame, inane, stupid shit.
I wrote it down.
Oh, please.
I would like to
By
say
all
for the
means.
record, I never fucking take notes. What he said was so egregious to me that I wrote it the fuck down. Here's what he says. The only thing a guy can do after winning the Super Bowl is to come to the impact zone.
Oh yeah, that was strike one.
I think I stopped watching for a second. I think I hit pause.
No, what happened was you blacked out from the stupid. You blacked out from the stupid.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened, because I just kind of came back at one point and Bubba was in the ring and Bubba was talking and Jacobs wasn't talking at that moment. Why is Brandon Jacobs even here? He doesn't even seem like a wrestling fan. I think TNA only wants this guy here because they hope that they're going to wind up on ESPN.
They did get like a fucking tiny mention on NFL Total Access, but that's been the only thing I've really seen of it.
I don't know why they want to jump ship from Spike. Probably the only fucking company that would ever deal with their shit.
No, it's not about jumping ship. It's about trying to get attention from a major mainstream outlet, which I can't fault them for, but the way they handle it is so fucking clumsy and stupid, and no one's gonna care anyway. So
yeah, and that's the thing. It's no one cares. Like whoever's watching the show that the show that they wound up on, they're not going to give a shit. They're probably going to hear wrestling and think, oh, that fake shit.
Oh, look, Brandon Jacobs is doing something stupid. No one is shocked.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, though, like, especially if we're going like from the angle of, well, it's just trying to get onto mainstream. If sci-fi had anything worth a damn, SmackDown would be screwed.
Being human's worth a damn.
All right, more than one thing at a time.
Fair enough.
Like, we need enough to be fighting for airspace. I'm screwed.
Jeez.
You know, like, that is the weirdest thing ever, is to realize that SmackDown is on the Sci-Fi channel. And then you remember, oh yeah, it's sci-fi. What else is there to watch? So, like, even if they got on ESPN,
you don't want
they
to
still
watch
wouldn't get
some
watched.
You don't want to
because they're a
watch
fucking
shitty
wrestling
Asylum
show.
movies? You don't want to watch shitty Asylum movies.
Go fuck yourself.
Good for a laugh.
No.
Clearly, Duos, clearly you're un-American.
I will, however, totally watch reruns of fucking Tin Man.
Wait, hold on. You'll watch reruns of Tin Man,
I liked Tin Man.
but
Alex, not so much. And I'm not touching fucking Neverland. I've heard the stories.
I've heard about those Neverlands.
I heard about fucking Neverland. I'm not going anywhere near that shit.
I saw a movie since we're on sci-fi.
Wait, guys, stay on topic. We are talking about Impact.
Exactly.
Another time.
After
I know that I know it's hard sometimes, but let's come now.
Okay. Brandon Jacob, Bubba comes out. He talks shit to Brandon Jacobs. Brandon Jacobs gets offended, and he chases Bubba backstage. Brandon Jacobs loses Bubba, and he goes, "Oh, I want to kick his ass."
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to start another one.
God damn it.
Why the fuck is Bubba running away from this guy?
Because he's
Like,
an
I
idiot.
understand that, like, the chicken shit heel is really big. Like, you know, talk big, run away, but
Bubba could eat him.
yeah, it's fucking Bubba Ray. He should whip out a pipe from nowhere and just clock him over the goddamn head.
But
That
then
is the
impact
kind
ratings.
of heel I expect him to be, is just all of a sudden cheap shot and beat the fuck out of you. He was doing it during the goddamn feud with Devon.
I would like to thank Allie for this observation. Well, why should he run away? Because he's got awesome calves.
Oh, Allie, what would you do without it?
This is true. He does have freakishly awesome, possibly surgically enhanced calves.
Well, Allie. Good lord.
But at any rate, what were we talking about again? Oh, right, we're still talking about this. Why?
Don't you type in all caps at me, Allie.
Don't get in fights with the chat.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, Zima Ion versus Alex Shelley, and I want to die! How many times do we have to watch these motherfuckers have a match?
Well,
Until they get some other X Division wrestler, because unfortunately they don't have Jesse Sorensen anymore. They don't have Chris Sabin. None of the original X Division guys working the X Division anymore. So pretty much, unless you want to see Kid Cash every week, this is pretty much it.
Where's Kendrick?
they got rid of Kendrick, apparently. Breaks my fucking heart.
Oh, really?
I know. I loved Kendrick.
Zima Ion wins. It was a decent match, I guess. It's just so boring because they do the same shit over and over and over again, and that's my problem. I don't necessarily mind series matches if they did different shit every time. But these guys, they just copy and paste, copy paste, copy paste. It's like, fuck, show me something.
That is kind of the problem. Definitely more so with TNA than WWE, although WWE can sometimes fall into it, is that
sometimes you forget that there's a shit ton of people on a roster. Like,
Yeah.
depending on what's going on with the Knockouts division, you generally forget there's more than, like, 3. Because you only see so many people at once. And it's just like, you'll see someone new and it's like, holy shit, I forgot they worked here. I assumed they'd been let go and I just wasn't paying attention. And that is what it is. That's why, honestly, it is just getting boring now.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen an episode that legitimately pissed me off in a long time.
It's just, it feels like we're watching the same show every week with different,
Like a
with different
rerun, but they keep overdubbing.
with different talking segments that they sprinkle throughout. Like, we could be watching the same exact show over and over again. You see, this is why I don't find Groundhog's Day very funny. Because I feel as though sometimes I'm living Groundhog's Day. Because I feel like I'm watching the same shit over and over and over again. God damn, change it up!
What effort? The devil, you say?
Ugh.
I do like Zima Ion. I kind of like him. He's a talented young guy, but he just, I don't
I have
know.
nothing against any of them, but it's just,
It's like,
we need more.
more. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. So
Period!
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
That happened.
Yeah.
So we get a little thing where oh, by the way, Austin Aries was at ringside for that match.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh yeah, he was there with popcorn and a plastic wine glass, which I can only assume was fruit punch.
wine punch.
Austin Aries, professional 10-year-old.
Fucking much.
So after
yeah,
the match,
fuck all of the match.
Ion tells Aries he's coming for the title after the match, but Aries is like, "Fuck you." And then
I think "fuck you" is a little too emotional for.
It's like,
it was more like casual indifference.
yeah, more like, meh, I've got my Hawaiian punch.
No, not even that. Just, nah, I'm Austin Aries. I'm going to win.
Have you read the script?
But they fuck. Next we get a video package with fucking Garrett and Eric Bischoff, and they're fucking.
Oh Lord.
No one cares, Eric. No one cares.
Yeah, like I wasn't ready to be like as immediately harsh on Garrett, but I don't give a shit.
Christ, that guy is green.
I just don't give a shit.
It's not even that he's green to me. I could deal with him not being that experienced. It's the fucking nepotism that bothers me.
Well, yeah, that. I mean, nepotism's never been,
It's nothing new in professional wrestling, but it really does feel like he's fucking Johnny Ace to Eric Bischoff's Road Warrior Animal. Not that Eric Bischoff is anywhere near that awesome, but it's like, here's this guy who's not talented, doesn't really have a lot of charisma, and yet he's put in the fucking position where he's in matches with arguably the people who are supposed to be the biggest stars in the entire fucking company.
I mean, I don't even know. I just can't. I just can't. I can't wrap my head around how bad he really was. Like, I didn't think I knew at first he was going to be green, just because he didn't strike me as the guy who spent a lot of time in training. But I was willing, to withhold my suspicions and give this guy a shot. And along with the nepotism, it's just like I don't want to sit back and watch any of his matches. And even without the fact that of even without the blatant nepotism here, it's just he's not interesting at all. There's nothing about him that I like, and really, but there's really nothing about him that I hate either.
Yeah.
He's just fucking there, but the problem is he's there all the time. Like, it'd be one thing if he had a few high-profile matches and then just kind of faded. He got his skills better, and then they brought him back. When he looked decent, but this fucking guy.
He's not unbelievable either. He's just fucking boring.
Yeah, he's just fucking boring. This guy is so fucking boring.
God.
Fucking Knockouts Championship. Gail Kim, ODB.
Good
Well,
match.
Before that, we had Madison Rain being asked about what she thinks
Duos.
about what?
Duos. Stop
What?
right now. Stop
Why?
right now.
Why?
Because I don't want to talk about Madison Rain.
It is
Well, we
actually
have to
somewhat
talk
relevant.
about it.
No, why?
Alright, I'm all for skipping stupid bullshit promos, but this is actually somewhat relevant.
Ugh, God, okay.
Because it does kind of, it blatantly telegraphs many things, but it's a little relevant. Backstage, Madison Rain's being asked about what she thinks of Sting leaving or being done, and she says that she's all for it because he hasn't been very nice to me, as you know. So I hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
He didn't let her do that. He didn't let her be vice president of the Knockouts because that's still an angle that's going on now.
Oh,
Jesus.
God. Oh, God.
She then proceeds to talk about getting the #1 contendership for the sorry, wrong company, same stupid fucking names.
Who gives a shit? Really, let's be honest. They're all supermodels who, with the exception of maybe 2 of them.
Well, some of them were wrestlers before. They just got to TNA and they started to suck.
Suck hard.
Yeah.
All the talent gone.
Washed away.
TNA is kryptonite. TNA truly is kryptonite to every wrestler's talent. To every wrestler, if every wrestler were Superman, like Eric Bischoff would be Lex Luthor, with hair. No, it isn't. Hulk Hogan is Lex Luthor. He has less hair than Eric Bischoff, and TNA is the kryptonite in which he just apparently has stashes of inside his mansion that Superman keeps just walking into. God damn, that guy's fucking stupid. All right, let's move on.
Anyway,
Match
talking
is
about
not
getting the
entitled.
#1 contendership, and fine, fucker promo. Alright, actually, I'll wrap it up real quick. She's very obviously gunning for the fucking belt and full of bullshit because it's Madison Rain.
Yeah,
Wait, you mean Madison Rain's gonna double cross someone?
she's perma heel. I think she's betrayed more people than HBK has.
Probably true.
Betrayal.
Rain.
Wrong kind of betrayal.
I mean, Jesus. All right, let's move on. Match.
I didn't think the match was that bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Neither did I, actually.
it's just. I'll say it here. I don't really like ODB. I've never really liked ODB, and so whenever she's on screen, I'm just like, oh God.
She is very off-putting. I don't know. I don't necessarily hate her, but she's not exactly the kind of character that I would be, jumping up and down for either.
Well, and it's not even necessarily. I don't necessarily hate her either. It's just I've never. Like, everyone always told me how awesome ODB was, and I was just like, ODB's not awesome. I mean, at least I don't think so. And, and it's when something is pounded in your skull hard enough that you don't want to accept, eventually you get annoyed of people trying to pound it in your skull.
I think the problem with ODB is kind of that her gimmick has gotten not just regular old, but it's gotten old to the point where it's like, why am I even fucking watching this? It's not her, because I think she's a competent worker, and from what Chinggis has told her, she's an awesome chick. It's just TNA has a way of making awesome people
Not.
suck.
Yeah.
It's the kryptonite factor.
Or if they don't suck, then they make not compelling people to watch. Like ODP's general gimmick is just maybe she just needs to freshen up the gimmick a little bit, because she's fine as a worker and as a wrestler and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Adding Eric Young isn't exactly sprucing up a gimmick.
Well, I like Eric Young.
I just
So
drew
do I, but
brass
it doesn't
knuckles.
do anything for her gimmick.
I just drew brass knuckles on my fingers with my pen.
Is that your way of saying you're not interested?
Pretty much.
God damn, we're
And
bored.
And I'm about to be even less interested. Well.
Oh, God. Fucking A. I forgot what was next.
But first we have to talk about Jesse Sorensen.
Oh.
Well, first we have to mention that Gail Kim actually won that match, and after the match, Madison jumps in the ring, is like, "Hey, look, I helped you." And Gail's like, "Shut the fuck up! You're trying to steal my title. You're being really fucking obvious about it."
Yeah, like Madison came out towards the end of the match, just like, no, I'm just here to cheer you on. Like, obviously there to be a fucking distraction. Almost costs Gail the match. Gail wins anyways. And then Madison tries to keep pretending, and Gail Kim is not fucking buying it. At all. So,
I'm glad someone showed savvy.
That's the stupidest part. I don't understand why they're going with this angle and why they didn't just immediately have Madison turn on her outright.
I will say this. I'm glad someone genre savvy in TNA.
Yeah, I know.
But so let's talk about Jesse Sorensen.
This really had bothered me.
It didn't. I mean,
I think it's just it's kind of a sad thing, and it doesn't feel right to me that it. Maybe that's not where TNA is coming. Maybe this isn't what TNA is actually doing, but it feels kind of like exploitative and.
Yeah,
I don't think they're
very exploitative.
I don't think they're trying to be. I don't think they're. At least they're not trying to be exploitative. But it's with TNA, you kind of have, past history indicates you sort of jump to these conclusions based off of stuff they've done. And
I think the other really big problem is that it's such a fucking downer.
Yeah,
like I understand that's a really kind of horrible thing to say. Is of course it's a fucking downer. The man's really badly hurt. So of course it's a goddamn downer to have to hear about it. But it's just, especially because they don't go like WWE. If they focus on something like this, when they cut back from any kind of promo, it's usually really quiet. The commentators are talking softly and being very solemn. When we cut away from this video package, we're right back to TNA. Lots of shouting and loud noise. It's just like, it's fucking mood whiplash. And honestly, it really had no place here. I can understand them wanting to update us on his condition, but this felt like a piece out of a documentary about his life story.
If their aim was to depress me,
it worked.
Yeah,
no
they
shit. It's just like, oh god.
Mission fucking accomplished. But I'll give TNA the pass with this.
Done this until he was coming back.
I will give TNA the pass with this one. It was very moving, and I think it came from the right place, but because of the people it came from, it just had a weird connotation to it. So I'll give them the pass this time. If this shit continues,
then we'll start to know
it's coming from the right place, but the timing is I think their timing is just god awful.
Yeah, if this shit continues, we'll know it's just them being exploitative and trying to capitalize on a incredibly serious injury. But everyone, break out the NyQuil and whatever other sleeping pills you may need to use. It is Robbie E versus AJ Styles.
All right, time to hit the
Yay.
wall.
Before this, AJ actually does a little promo where he's like, all that stuff with Christopher Daniels and Kazarian is behind me, which of course automatically tips you off that, it's not.
Yeah. Guess what?
God. I don't fucking care about AJ Styles, and I want to care because he's
So do I.
Why do they take the people that we find awesome and make us not give a shit about them anymore?
No, what I found the worst is that coming down that ramp, like, you'd expect him to maybe look like, probably trying to look like really focused and, like thinking about how things are going to go down. He looks so fucking broken. He looked like he'd been crying. Like, he just looks so goddamn miserable.
Well, if you were working in TNA and they didn't fucking appreciate you, wouldn't you be miserable?
Yeah, but it's just good God. The fact that he can't even cover it up is just...
You don't give a fuck anymore.
Well, I think it's gone past not giving a fuck anymore. I think he's realized what he's stuck in. There's something to be said about when you're in a situation and you've gone from not giving a fuck to going, oh my god, I'm stuck here. That's when you're really boned. That's
Vince, can I have a job?
I think Vince would look at him in this point and, he's like Rorschach. He's going to look up at me and ask me for a job, and I will look back and say, no.
You get the fuck out of my office.
Get the fuck out.
At any rate, during this match, another 3 more people that constantly look broken by all the bullshit that happens in TNA. 2 more people rather, not 3 more people. Christopher Daniels and Kazarian comes down. Christopher Daniels comes down looking all cocky like he normally does, but Kaz comes down and he looks super serial. The match ends when Kaz yanks AJ off the ramp and rams him into the guardrail because apparently all that shit where Kaz was like conflicted and didn't know what to do, all that shit is gone, and we still have no fucking clue why the fuck Kaz is even mad. Does anyone know?
No, I have no fucking clue.
Shades of Grey? Fuck that bullshit.
Are we sure? At least when Russo was writing a majority of the show, it sucked so hard that it was funny to talk about. Oh, God.
Yeah, this is just dead.
Yeah.
At any rate, yeah, it's time for our main event. Bully Ray.
Go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say that I will give this episode of Impact one good thing. My God, does it go by quick?
I know, right?
Like I know last night when you guys were watching it, you guys assumed it was because you were talking, but I was sitting by myself, like kind of talking to people on Skype, but it was really early and we were all half dead to sleep. And it still was just like over before I knew it. It's like, holy shit, the main event. My God. I'm not even doing anything. I was legitimately just sitting there and watching it. So I'll give it that. It went by quick.
It's supposed to be a good thing.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, it's main event time. Bully Ray and Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy and James Storm, who are accompanied to the ring by Brandon Jacobs. And who cares?
No.
I don't.
No. 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 I don't want to deal with this shit. God damn it. I'm so sick of having to cover Jeff Hardy matches. Seriously.
Jeff Hardy's face glows in the dark. That's all I took from anything that he was in tonight was his face glows in the dark.
His face paint has gotten ridiculous.
It looks so
At first it was creative, and now it's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, now it's just ostentatious.
Very good word there.
Thank you.
$12 word of the night.
Well, it's better than all the cursing we do.
I suppose.
Anyways, this match.
I can throw out other big words if you want me to.
This isn't a college paper.
Fair
Talk
enough.
like a normal fucking person.
Oh,
What else happened in this match that we're talking about?
Bubba bugs Brandon Jacobs a couple times. Other than that, nothing happens. Everything is pretty much how it seems.
I mean, that's about the best way to explain it. Nothing really happened. Nothing offensive happened. Nothing inoffensive happened. It just
Is.
yeah.
Do you think that TNA is an apathy monster?
Yes.
Because seriously, like, before we started talking about TNA, we were lively and full of energy, and we
Happy.
we seemed happy. And
I thought we
now
were going to have just so much. We were going to have a fun, exciting time.
And now, I
The stuff that pissed me off, I just don't care. Oh, actually, that does remind me though. Did anyone else hear Taz when they brought up the whole Chris Brown Rihanna thing? Apparently, they're getting back together, and Taz said, "When did they break up?"
oh my
Oh
God.
God, Taz.
Taz, you dumb shit.
Wow.
That wasn't the only stupid thing he said in this, in tonight, but God, it was definitely the only one I wanted to actually climb through my television and beat the shit out of him for.
Isn't Chris?
What the
hell?
hell?
Isn't there a warrant out for Chris Brown's arrest?
Oh, please,
Yeah,
God, tell me yes.
iPhone.
Wait,
He stole
what the
someone's
hell?
iPhone
Why?
What?
because they took a picture of him.
No doubt doing something illegal.
No, they just took a picture of him coming out of a club, and he took the girl's cell phone because apparently he didn't want them taking pictures of him. So he stole a fan's phone because she took a picture.
And you want to know the sad part? People are
What?
still going to defend him.
There's still going to be girls on Twitter talking about how much they wish they could beat, how much they would totally date him, whether he beat the. Just.
Let's.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Choker.
I don't have that in me.
Fuck. I just. Sting comes out. He's delivering his retirement speech. He gets all teary and weepy, and no one gives a shit. Because, let's be honest, did anyone think that Sting's broke ass was retiring?
No. I
Retiring
don't know
in
his
wrestling, get
situation, and I
real.
knew he wasn't leaving.
Fucking.
I will admit, though, I didn't see this coming.
You know, I didn't either.
And I was actually kind of warned.
I didn't either, but I don't necessarily. That doesn't necessarily make it good. I'll be the first to say that I hate this gimmick. I hate it with a passion. I think that people give it the pass for sheer ridiculousness, and the moment we start giving TNA the pass for that is the moment we're heading towards doom.
Eric Young.
And this is another thing that may get me crucified. I'm not that big into Eric Young.
You said this already.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see the appeal. I don't see the appeal of someone acting like a jackass.
It's funny. It's funny because he does. You know that he's just having fun. I think that's what we're saying. We're not saying that it's always good. We're saying that it's funny because we know he's in a shitty situation and he's just decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna have fun with this.
He's not having fun anymore. Like, I actually really enjoyed Joker Sting last time. I legitimately enjoyed it. It was kind of really funny. This was horrifying.
What, you mean him decking himself out in fucking blackface wasn't funny?
No, and I'd like to believe they really just didn't think that through, and all that kind of crossed their mind was Sting still kind of wants that Crow gimmick sneaking in, use the black paint. Like, I honestly think that it was just. I'll give them I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Well, if he wanted the Crow gimmick, why didn't he just, paint his face like the fucking Crow like always? Why do we need Joker's?
Because
he's wacky and he's lost it and he's just been pushed over the edge and just, oh my god.
Because
I want to crawl through
the Dark Knight is still relevant and the Crow really isn't relevant anymore.
Which is a shame.
His Crow face paint was awesome.
You two both talked at the same time.
Sorry.
So what'd you say, NoLeaf?
I said his Crow face paint was fucking awesome.
I agree. What'd you say, Duos? I
said it's a shame that the Crow, the movie, isn't relevant anymore, considering it's an awesome fucking movie.
Yeah, exactly. So Sting's just like, oh, I'm wacky and I'm putting face paint on and I'm gonna beat you up, Robert Roode. And Robert Roode's like, oh no, not me.
I actually had the perfect analogy for this when I was talking to Tevis when I was watching this. It's like we went from someone playing the Joker, not one of the best, but it was the Joker. It was okay. You could kind of get behind it. To doing Tim Curry as Pennywise the Clown.
So really,
and I was legitimately waiting for some kind of really like. Couldn't you just see him suddenly doing that during the aha aha aha? I was waiting for it. Oh god. So
really hammy and unintentionally hilarious? Yeah, I could totally see that.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd want to see that.
Yeah, only it's not unintentional, so it's never going to be funny.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So Sting kicks Rude in the groin, and then.
Well, no, I thought that was funny-ish how Robert Roode goes to kick Sting in the groin, and Sting catches his foot, and Rude's like, "Please don't hit me, please don't hit me," and Sting's like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna hit you." He gently puts Robert Roode's foot back on the mat, and then he kicks him in the nuts.
That would have been funny if I wasn't too busy staring at my screen in pure horror, going, "Dear God, no, why?" Make it end. Oh, also, I said earlier that the show goes really quickly, and then we got to this segment, and all of a sudden, it refused to end.
Yeah, it was a dead halt.
It's just like the show won't end. What's happening? The main event happened.
It was like, okay. Have you ever? There was a video that was that I saw once, and it was they hooked this car up to like a bunch of titanium like things, and the car started to go, and the things that the titanium things were hooked up to bungee ropes. So after they extended to a certain point, they were just going to stop, and then like so the car's taken off. It's like doing like a 130, and then like the things finish stretching out, and the car just almost like does a nosedive right into the ground. That's what it was like. It was like, okay, well, this show sucks, but at least it's moving fast. Oh God, no!
It will not end. It
Cut the
will not
cord.
end.
Cut the cord.
Take the rods out. Take the rods out. No, don't take him out of Hogan's back. What are you doing?
You fool.
Oh God.
That is mean but funny.
It is.
All right, TNA is over. It sucked. What do you guys think?
I wish it sucked. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I would kill for this show to suck again.
It did suck, though. It was positively mediocre. It sucked.
It's not the funny suck.
Who says it has to be a funny suck in order to suck? Why does everything have to be funny suck in order to suck now?
Because the mediocre sucks more.
Precisely, which is why it sucks.
Here was my problem, is that I was told this was going to be a boring episode of Impact, and it was. But they still managed to sneak in a few things that pissed me off. So now, not only am I bored, but I'm kind of angry at stupid shit. That I can't
And
even...
sleep deprived.
There's nothing to really make up for it anymore. I can either be bored or angry. And both just make me want to turn off my television.
That makes sense. At any rate, that's going to lead us to everybody's favorite game. What gets more screen time than Jay Lethal?
Oh God, I have one, but it's fucking horrible.
Go ahead.
Say it.
You go first.
I would like to apologize
Just go.
immediately for this. Jesse Sorensen still gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm
I
so
was
sorry,
expecting
Mr.
it.
Sorensen. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry to your family, and I hope you have a wonderful recovery and are back soon.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like to talk anymore.
I guess we've transported back to the 1940s because blackface gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Why is that not worse than mine?
All right. NoLeaf, go.
Obvious villains being obvious, like Madison Rain, get more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Okay. Penguins with guns get more screen time than Jay Lethal.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Penguins?
God damn it! Get the fuck out of here!
Fuck you, Spider-Man!
You're fucking fired! Get the fuck out!
God damn it, Skippy!
Ladies and gentlemen, this was DarkMatch for the week.
Wait, no, because we have to do all the cheap plugs. Ta-da!
God.
Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and on Blip. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. All of us have our own individual Twitter accounts. And oh yeah, don't forget to visit us at treproductions.wordpress.com.
Also, as always, be sure to stop by and see us on Spoonie Experiment forums, where you will actually be able to speak to us in long things, more than 140 characters at a time. You could actually review our show.
Whoa.
Yay! And on
Yeah.
that bombshell,
Feedback! For the love of God, can we get some feedback?
and on that bombshell, we must end for the night. I am NoLeaf Clover.
I'm Duo's Angel.
I'm Mr. War Machine, and I'm incredibly desperate for friends on Xbox Live.
At least
I'm
you've
Megafighter
slept.
3, and fuck you, I'm Spider-Man.
Fuck your face! Get out!